Hey, I'm out here with the peas. I'm out here with my pea. Out here with the pea row. That's stupid. I'm out here with the pea row. I've been peeing in this row. No. Hey guys, today it's time to harvest these peas. That way we can put something else here. I think Marion's got sour gherkins or mouse melons planned or slated to go in this row once we pull these out. So I'm gonna sit here. Well, I'm gonna harvest these pods. They're ready to go. We didn't get as many as we thought we would. Last year we had a lot more than this, and I think it was due to the rain mostly. So I'm gonna get these out of here, mow this down a little bit, till it, and then get this ground ready to plant the sour gherkins. All right.
So normally we have this huge bushy pea hedge, but this year we've just had way too much rain in the beginning of the season, and it caused a lot of our pea plants to rot, and I just never replanted them. So these are really lame and sad, but if you want to see how we grew peas last year, check out our playlist for peas. I am planning on starting a second round of peas before fall. Over here is that drift of gladiolas that we planted about a month ago, and you can see they are doing really well. Can't wait to see those blooming along the pond. I think I'm gonna actually continue this drift all the way around right here in the next week or so. It'll be really pretty next year.
I got most of the pea plants pulled out, and I'm gonna set them in a pile for later. That way I can sit there, I can go through there and see if there's any pods that I missed. Just gives me a second chance to catch some more of the pea pods. So over here, got everything pretty much pulled out. There's a few stragglers, but I'm gonna mow this down, mow all these weeds, and then I'm gonna run the tiller along this row.
The weeds are just insane in this area. Usually, because we plant our peas so close together, they kind of smother out any weeds that might come up, and that's why last year you didn't really see weeds like this in the pea row. But because they were so gangly and sad this year, the weeds were able to make their way through. So it's not a big deal. We're just going to mow them and till them. Garrett's just going to leave the trellis and T-posts in and till on each side, and that should do the trick.
So on this first pass with the tiller, it's about 2 inches deep. So I want to go a little bit deeper. So I'm going to change the depth on this stake right here on the tiller. Basically, what that does, see if I can do this with one hand, is raises and lowers that stake, and that'll change the ride height of the tiller. So I want it to go a little bit deeper into the ground at times, so I'm going to pull this up, okay?
Now Garrett's just raking out any of the extra grass or hay that might be laying on the surface just to kind of clean it up a little bit. We usually do this when we're prepping a bed. It just looks neater, so you could plant new stuff in there. Just a little pea harvest. These will probably get dried out for seed saving. Look at the garlic. We're gonna be harvesting garlic tomorrow. I'm so excited. These are my poor Mexican sour gherkins I never planted, so I'm gonna get them in today and hope that they thrive. They should. They're pretty hardy, so they should come back no problem. Now it's time to weed the asparagus row again because we never put a thick layer of hay down after we weeded it the last time, so now the weeds are coming up again. So we're gonna weed these again, and the crowns should shoot up some more asparagus because that's kind of what happened last time. We did a heavy weeding and then a bunch more asparagus came up, so I'm hoping this will flush out again and give us a bunch more. But despite all the weeds, they're doing really, really well. We're still seeing some new asparagus spears popping up, and even some that we could harvest and eat right now, but we're not going to because these crowns need the energy. We're planting the Mexican sour gherkins about 10 to 12 inches apart. You can actually plant these really close together and they do extremely well. I'm just trying to make them spread out a little bit on this trellis so that the whole trellis is filled with these, and they will take over. They take off and they will cover this entire trellis. You'll see at the end of the season if all goes well. They just are amazing.
There they are. All of the mouse melons are in. Now I'm gonna work on some drip irrigation that feeds all these beds right here. We started weeding the asparagus. We're gonna finish this up again probably tomorrow. Brought some hay over so we can put hay down, continue the roost out. Yep. And then also just want to show you what we were able to pull out. These are weeds. These are going in the compost. Oh no, these are peas. These are going for the goat, going to the goat. Weeds, compost, peas, seed save.
These are some long beans and red noodle beans. The darker foliage is the red noodle beans. And then we've got some more long beans climbing up this trellis that we made. But you can see we've already got a bunch of beans starting to grow on here. Oops, I don't like red ants. But here's one forming. I love long beans. They're just so awesome. This is the Tigridia coming up. See, there's quite a few of them. They're all coming up over here.